Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. And today we're back out at that forest road, forest number 47 if I'm not mistaken. And instead of taking that side detour onto the what was that, the maple trail, anyway, I'll actually, I can't remember right offhand. It's like Maple Fire Trail, something like that. But instead of doing that, if you watch that video, and I put a link in, you'll see that I was talking about going on the forest road originally, and the trail, that fire trail, was not there the last time I came out here. Before the last trip, I mean, back in 2011, I think was the last time I was out here. Spider web. You know, that comedian and the joke about you don't know what's going on if you see somebody 50 feet away and all of a sudden they just start going crazy. It's because of that. It's not supposed to rain, but sounds like we could have a little shower right now. But there is a chance of rain later on this evening. I didn't bring any rain pants, but I did wear a pair of the Marmot quick dry convertible pants. So let's see how those go. And I may take them off here in a minute because it's not that hot today. I think it's scheduled. I think it's only going to be maybe 75, but with all the rainfall, and then it rained a little bit this morning, just a brief shower. The humidity level here in this middle of July, or not middle of July, middle of August morning. But I'm going to click off right now because if you watch that video, you'll see everything. There's no reason to be redundant and continue to show you the same things on this video. I'll start recording again when we get up to that Maple Fire Trail where I took the detour. So we'll just start filming from there. I'm going to start doing some breathing exercises. That's how I used to, speaking of, that's how I used to beat a lot of people. Well, it is sprinkling. Huh, okay. I did bring a tarp in case it got too bad, and like I said, I got a raincoat. Didn't bring rain pants because in the summer months, those things are just terrible. They're like wearing those old 80s fat suits where you put them on, they make you sweat, lose a bunch of water weight. I hate those, except in the colder weather. But what I was saying was the breathing is that I would always I breathe in 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Be mindful of the breath. Said the Buddha, said Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching. So, and the bugs are bad. I'm gonna have to stop in a minute and throw some Skin So Soft on. With the this iPhone is going to do it justice, but as you're hiking up the forest road, you might be able to see those trees up there, that line of trees. It almost reminds me of something out of a movie, kind of like what comes to mind most recently is the Netflix series Witcher. That's what kind of reminds me of when they, in that one scene where they have to go through this mystical forest passage fraught with danger. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. But things you think about when you're out here solo hiking. So look, my hat's crooked. Wall continues to go on and on, made up of mountain laurel, pine, and other things. Well, that Nalgene came to a bad end. I think I have a trash bag. Yeah, I do have a trash bag. I can pack that back out with me. So, good deal. And we're going that way. Still going to stop, and get a protein bar and a glass of water, or in a glass. Alrighty, I'm just stopping to take a break. The only things that I have today to help me with filming is not the water bottle, but the Joby. I replaced the other Joby that I had. I think it was a Joby original, and nobody sold that replacement part, so I just went ahead and got this one. It's not the brand new, the new Joby. The new ones have attachment points on both sides, and so you can attach a boom mic or a mic, and you can attach a light as well. But this one was a pretty good price on eBay. I can't remember the exact price of it right offhand, but it was like maybe 25 bucks, free shipping. So, and of course there's one of the Lucky trekking poles. I only brought one again today, even though of course the Osprey, this is the 65 liter AG. The smaller, the Aether 70, what is it, 70 or 75 liter AG pack, which AG just stands for anti-gravity because of the suspension system. You can see it's all mesh. It holds the pack away from your back. The pockets are also mesh. It's been, like I said, 20 pounds, 18, 19 pounds load out roughly, and I can barely feel it. And let's see, the other thing that I have on, as you might have seen, or I'll show you again, is that Helicontact Numbat. This thing, I've got, you know, like my thing for the strapping for the GoPro to put on my head, some coffee. It's got a map case. I have bug spray in here. I've got bug spray, some adult candy, Tylenol, and I've got a selfie stick, and the GoPro Session Hero, or GoPro Session 5 is in here, just to protect the lens. And I've got I picked up this yesterday at Wally World. It's a Cliff energy booster, so I might take one of these here in a little while. I'm okay right now. Didn't get a lot of sleep. I was watching one of my and see how this thing has that lid, and just you can have the map come down, and yeah, these things are super handy, relatively affordable. I mean, they are affordable. I think it's under $100 for these. They're not waterproof, but if you can spray a waterproof solution on it, a waterproofing solution. But this is the stopping point. As I just showed you a minute ago, I decided to stop here, make a phone call, and tell everyone that I'm good to go. Everyone worries a lot about me coming out. I need to get a few things. If we were to get another stimulus check from the government, I'm not saying, you know, we will or not, or if I approve of that, since we're going as a country so far into debt, but if we were to get another stimulus check, I would probably go ahead and get a spot device, and maybe even look at getting one of those inReach systems, so that if I start going on these really long hikes, and because I'd like to start canvassing the forest roads and filming that, and trying to raise, and as one person, trying to raise a bit more awareness about brain tumors and the growing number of cases that we're seeing, and everything we talk. I've mentioned this before. Everything you eat anymore, from not everything, but so many things. You know, diet drinks. You know, they have aspartame, and that's really bad for you. When I came out of the coma, the doctors, that's one of the first questions: do you drink a lot of diet drinks? And I've talked about this once before, and no, I never really was. I hate diet drinks. I think they taste like poo, and there's no reason to order a Big Mac and fries and then get a Diet Coke. I mean, come on, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna grab a protein bar. Maybe I'm not really. Maybe if I hold the camera right, I'm not really hungry, so I may go ahead and just forego anything until I get to. Because I had a big breakfast. No, not really a big breakfast. It's just a big, super big ham and cheese sandwich, and some potassium pills. Yeah. when it's like this weather, or even when it's cold weather, for some reason I forget to drink a lot of water, and then at night if I'm camping or whatever, I start cramping up. So best just to plan ahead. Point out that I could have taken the lid off. This is a removable lid. Oh look, hey, there's an extra garbage bag. Impromptu garbage bag. Get off my bag. Get off. Be gone, fly. But yeah, this comes off, and it has, well, I'm not going to bore you with any of the details because this is not a gear review. There are plenty of gear videos, and Luke in the Outdoor Gear Review has a review of this, just like he's got a review of this Numbat. Actually, that's where I saw that's where I saw it for the first time. So I would recommend anytime you want to buy a piece of gear, there's several channels out there, but every piece of gear that I bought in the past 2 years, I have looked at, I've watched Luke's videos first before buying. The Numbat, the Osprey, a couple other things. Oh, even the socks. I've got, and these shoes. These are the shoes. I saw Luke do a review somewhere. They're the Merrell Moabs, and I've got on a pair of darn tough socks. And like I said, these are the Marmot Quick Dry convertible pants. Down here you can you zip them off, and you don't have to take anything off because they have zips here. So you can just zip them right off. And I might, if it gets too warm, but I'm going to have to coat up now with some skin so soft. Okay, it's ready. Time to go. Time to get out. Get on up here. It is 11:28 right now. Got all day. No time scheduled today. Just whenever I get back is whenever I get back. So now, when you see me put this on, remember, I don't have it about 30-ish, 40% feeling on this left side. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to get the backpack on. So I have to do it kind of in a weird little system. Switch it off hand to hand, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, as some of the backpackers recommend, put it on your knee first. I can't just throw it on like I used to. Be like, oh, throw it on, no, not a problem. So, now, whoa, getting off balance already. I'm switching off. There we go. And now, the fun thing, I can't feel it. I can barely feel it. I can't feel it. There we go. This, the hip belt is super snug. When I say super snug, it's super snug. What the hell? What the hell? There we go. I had it in there pretty snug. So now, I forgot to put my knife on. I don't think I'll need it. Nice little view right there. Sneaking in between the opening and the trees. Starting to get a little steep down through there. You definitely would not want to take a spill. But again, there's where we came from, and there's where we're going. So I made sure I wore pants instead of just shorts, even though with these I have that option. Is that I remembered all the trips that I came up in the summertime years ago and all the stinging nettle. It was so bad sometimes that I would take before I started hiking, and years ago before the tumor when I was mountain bike, when you running through all that stinging nettle, you kind of hurts a little bit. and you have that histamine reaction. And so what I would do is I would preemptively take a Benadryl. And of course, mountain biking, you're not going to get drowsy. But yeah, so looking around, I'm glad that I wore these pants. They're very, very cool. They're not hot at all, airy. And if it gets too, and up here at the top, I may go ahead and unzip them. So, whoa. That was a big cobweb. Got me. Place, and as you can see, they have not been out to maintain this forest road in quite a while. I think it used to be 10, 15 years ago they were coming out once a year. I know, actually twice a year, but who knows? Maybe with the pandemic, no one's been out here to mow. You know, even with these pants on, they're not super thick. That's why they're breathable and dry quickly. Even with these pants on, I'm starting to feel the sting of the infamous metal. Get a little runoff right through here. I do now remember that the further up you go, the wetter it gets, and that's one of the reasons why I knew not to bring a whole lot of water, just that 32-ounce Nalgene, because the freshwater stream at the very top should be good to go. Or look at this, I could just hold the Catadin water bladder right underneath that and be just peachy keen. But I've still got a full bottle, so not yet. Maybe on the way back down. I'm gonna have to put some more bug repellent on. They're starting to get me. And away we go. I haven't bothered to stop and put that GoPro on my head yet. I might do that when we come back down. I almost had a little mishap right here as I was trying to traverse this obstacle. I wanted to go through it without having to stop and cut all the branches out, and just about took a header. Thankfully the trekking pole stopped me, but oh, look at that. Sun's out. What a beautiful view. And looks like there's more right there that's going to be fun to get over. And guess who forgot their first aid kit at the house? Okay, yeah. Got through that safe and sound. I did move a few branches out of the trail, and if I had my hatchet or one of my folding saws, yeah, I could have trimmed that up or cleaned that up a little bit better, but I don't have anything with me other than that, that Mora bushcraft knife. That winter day, January 6th, I believe it was, 2011. It was just a, well, it was before that. It was New Year's Eve, that's right. Gosh, what am I thinking of? January the 6th, 2011 was the day that I had the plate put in my head because of the MRSA infection. But I remember coming up here New Year's Eve with Ted and my other friend Ronnie, our mutual friend Ronnie, and yeah, I know that some people gave me a hard time about doing that, but you have to understand I was pretty damn scared and pretty damn depressed at the time. It took a year of hard training, but I was able to walk again. Really bad limp back then, barely made it up here. Barely made it up here at all. But I did And I didn't have my helmet on. I had that blue outdoor research Seattle sombrero hat on. If I had taken a tumble, it would have been bad. But we went up here, we made it. And if I can, I know I've got photos somewhere. It might be on my old laptop. I'll see if I can hunt a couple of those up and add that to this video. But yeah, I did it. It's tough, really tough. Especially I had on muck boots at the end too. So, and those aren't super lightweight. They're not heavy, but they're not lightweight. So I remember when I came back, my hip hurt really bad, my left side, from where I was dragged. I started to drag my leg along, and it was kind of like Igor in the Frankenstein movies. Like, walk this way, master. Yeah, that was good times. I still got the limp, but hey, like I said, I still got the limp, but I'm here right now, solo hiking by myself. You know, and at that time, like I said before, the doctor said, 50% chance you'll get out of that wheelchair. No, that was not going to work at all. A little King Leonidas, you know, like from 300, was in my head going, get up! Get up! So I got up. And of course, all the martial philosophy that I studied all my life contributed to that. And the Qigong training, static postures, things like that, which I've talked about before several times. But anyway, I say that too much. Let me give you a little pan around, Mick. Do, 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 do. Coffee. And that's where we're going. And of course, this is where we've came from. So here we go. Pretty good view of the creek that runs all the way up through there, which we will eventually be getting some water from, but not, you know, we're not going down that way. We're not going to scramble down that. So, all right, here we are taking a quick breather, and as you can see, that contour right up through there, that's the road. So just taking a second to catch my breath. I don't know if you can make out those rock outcroppings. It'd be nice the next time when I come up here. I'm going to be doing a camping trip, an overnight, maybe even a 2 or 3 day trip, and I'll bring my my good DSLR camera and so I can zoom in. So I have seen a bit of bear poop here recently. This would be a good place for meditation. Well, if I am where I think I am, yeah, 10 years, 10 years of growth, and if they've not, and it doesn't look like the forestry department has come up here and cleaned anything out. This used to all be mowed. And there was a view over there. But shows you memory can fool you. Well, not fool you. It's just that snapshot in your mind. That snapshot can change. I'm blown away. I mean, I'm standing here saying to myself, this can't be the same place. But the hill that I just came up was the rock and everything else, and then the road. Well, the road peters out right back there, and then the trail that I remember. Actually, well, it used to be the road went all the way down and around, and there's another place that looks something like out of Lord of the Rings, almost like Lothlorien. Lothlorien. But crap, and these bugs up here are just laughing at the Skin So Soft right now. They're just like laughing at it. You might be able to see them all around me. But I'm going to go on down because of another reason why I think this is it is that water back there is where I think memory serves, that's where we got water years and years ago. Last time I was here and camped. So things happen. All right, well, let's go on down here, and there should be that other stream that's down here, and I'll get water, and then maybe come back up here or stay down there, one or the other. If the sun comes back out, I'll be over there in the woods. So, but it looks so familiar. It's just wow. All right, enough disbelief, or enough disbelieving, and time to go. So. Bad spot to camp. As a matter of fact, you had that running water right up there that I came through, and then you've got that open space, and then over here, that's a little rough. That's a little rough. Yeah, got some stuff there, but you can see kind of hidden away in there. You can clean that out a little bit and be fine. But I'm going to go on down because there's a goat trail. Once you get down to the end of this, if memory serves, which evidently sometimes it's not lately, there's a goat trail that goes up to the AT. Now, I don't think I'm going to go to the AT today, but these culverts go to the AT. Go back all the way back to the the CCC, Civilian Conservation Corps of the New Deal program. It's pretty freaking nice out right now. It's about 1:36, and I am still going. As I've been whining about, memory seems to have made me think it was shorter to the end of this little road than what it is. But I'm going to go to the bottom of this little road, and then I'll probably stop and have some kind of lunch. I brought a nor rice pack of nor rice and a can of tuna. Nothing fancy, just quick and easy, quick and dirty. Well, not really too quick because I have to cook it. I brought my MSR camp stove out, just thinking maybe I would have a coffee, and so we'll go down here. I've still got some water left. I'm going to have to get some more here in a minute, but there's a number of water sources. I keep passing these little creeks here and there, and I can just use, like I said, I can use the Catadine water filter and be good to go. So I'll check back here in a second, it will be a second for you, my friends, my viewers, my followers, my buddies. Uh-oh. That doesn't look great, but I could go around, yeah, right there. So I'm going to jump off for a second. I could put the GoPro on my head and film that, but you don't want to watch that. That's boring. Alrighty. Well, I just had my little check-in. As I was saying earlier, that you know, my family, they want me to call and every now and then when I get signal. And the All Trails app is tracking my progress as well, and I'll be uploading it to the All Trails website. So if you see this and you want to come out through here, there should be a map of it. I've only used the All Trails app a few times, so I'm still getting the hang of it. I've seen another app that looks pretty promising as well, but we'll see. I've already paid for the yearly subscription for the All Trails Pro, so yeah. All right, I'm going to jump off here so I can focus. I don't want to slip or anything like that. That would be not cool at all. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't want to take a tumble. Don't even want to take a tumble through here. This is where we're going. We're still going that way, but things are a little slippery, and so I'm got to pay attention. I haven't really seen. I've seen a few. Every now and then I'll see something that's been moved. But that could be an animal. I really haven't seen any other human tracks so far. So check back, like I say, here in a second. Well, hey, I've got to talk a little bit louder because we're right here beside this Russian stream. But this is it. This is what I remember. And I was thinking about it on the way here, blah, 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 I can't even talk. You know, every time I've come out here before, I had somebody to come out or talk to. Ted and I used to come out here all the time, and we would be getting into discussions on world politics, religion, blah, 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 engineering. He was an engineer. So, yeah, before you start talking to somebody, before you know it, the miles just click by. But I can remember having lunch on the other side of the creek years ago when I was in college. And here's some marking tape with, 3/15/2019. So it's been a little while since somebody's been here. DP2RH. All right. Yeah, but right here, this would be a pretty decent place for a campsite. You got the water, you got plenty of fresh water, and you need a ground sheet, of course, because it's pretty wet. It's all wet. But now, so see, now I know I'm not crazy, or that my memory is not completely shot. Let me show you. The goat trail, this little goat trail, you follow this, and it goes all the way up onto the ridge and connects with the AT. You get up to the ridge, and there's the Appalachian Trail. So, good to go. This is where I'm stopping to have lunch. Cool. Yeah, you can go up further, and I might do that. Man, what a super nice place. I'd forgotten how nice it really is. Too close. Too close. So, now I need to fill up my Nalgene water bottle and pull out my MSR stove. It's 2:30 now, or 2:25. I'm going to heat the rice up, or boil the rice, heat it, get the heck out of here. I figure it's going to take probably 2 hours hiking time back down. So, we've got to get on the ball. I'll check back here in a second once I've gathered up all the water and set up a little resting area. Excuse me. All right, well, as you can see, I've got the camp stove out with the MSR Rocket 2 adjustable, the Smoke Peaks 900 mil titanium canteen. Let's see. And I've got my little Sportneer chair. That is the luxury item. As I was saying, I did bring a luxury item. You don't have to have a chair, but you know, it wasn't that heavy. And over here is the Catadine fuel, or Catadine fuel, the water filter. These are one and done, basically. I mean, they'll last. The filter itself will last quite some time, but once it's clogged up or messed up, that's it. You've got to throw them away. So, you know, it's getting a little breezy. I've got a windscreen. Hold on. So what I was saying is, I keep this little mesh. It's like basically what you'd see on your screen door. It's not super fine, but it will keep the larger particles out of the. Like my water not like my water bladder. I can't even talk right now. So I've got my little windscreen set up over here. That could be a little bit better. And I think before I make the rice, I may have a cup of coffee real quick. There, that's better. Yeah, so I may have a cup of coffee. I don't know, it's 3 o'clock. It's going to take me 2 hours to hike back out of here. 30 minutes or so to cook the rice, eat. I don't know, maybe coffee could wait. I think coffee will wait this time. I hate for coffee to wait, but 3 o'clock, yeah, 6:30 coming out of here. That's not going to be too bad, but I think I'll just eat a protein bar and maybe 2 protein bars and hold off on the rice. We'll see. It's either rice or it's coffee. Rice or coffee, rice or coffee, rice or coffee. Tough decision. It really is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone/camera off. I could use the GoPro. I haven't even pulled that GoPro out and used it one time today. But I brought my Lit Mobile power bank, and I'm going to turn it on, and because I'm down to half battery power, so I want to go ahead and charge it up a little bit while I eat. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I'll be back on here in a minute. All right, now since I'm using the session now, it's kind of switched over. I can't actually tell if I'm in. I should be in frame. But oh, I forgot to get my coffee.
Alrighty. Now, the bugs are pretty bad right here. I'm not gonna lie. And I have just applied a little bit more Skin So Soft. Still pretty hot. Ooh. Too hot. So over there, I'm using a Lit Mobile. It's I'm sure everybody on Facebook, YouTube, etc. has seen those commercials for the Lit Mobile. Does the wireless charging on the iPhone and the Galaxy, and it's got a number of ports. So either A, like it's sitting there right now charging, wirelessly charging, or if I wanted to use it and maybe charge something else at the same time, like I said, there's multiple ports. There's a USB port, there's a fast charging, a micro port. Good grief, they're everywhere. They're just like the Skin So Soft has given me a slight perimeter of protection. I was going to bring my Thermacell backpackers, one of those Thermacell mosquito repellent little devices you see at Walmart. Give you all. But yes. Now I have a cup of coffee. And it's hot. I'm paranoid about that because it's so hot. I don't want to burn my lips. Don't be a little girl. That is still pretty hot. Wow. Luckily, I forgot or remembered I had the selfie stick there for a second. Bad memory. So, see, that drives me cuckoo when I can't see that. So, and it's kind of precarious. This selfie stick really wasn't made. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. When you screwed into that Joby, it's really makes me a little hesitant. One thing that I am going to buy, and I keep saying I am, and I keep putting it off, is a pair of those, I think they're called Sealskin, the waterproof socks, because when I get home, I mean, I could take my shoes off right now, let the air out, and I could, I'll suffer. Those Sealskins, those waterproof socks. I've read good things, I've seen good things. The YouTuber that I follow a lot, one of them, Matthew Posa, has been using them, and he swears by them. He's portaging quite a bit, on his canoe trips. He said he's gotten his feet wet several times, or been in the water, feet are just still dry. So I may have to do that. But I'm glad I came this far. I was going to turn back because, since all this happened to me, I doubt myself, doubt my memory. Some memories are there, some are not. So I started to doubt where this place was. But this is one of the, this would be one station on my 3-day trip that I was talking about in a previous video. Hike up here, maybe to that top of that ridge that kind of weirded me out because everything had grown up and it looked so different. Camp, first day. Second day, follow that goat trail that I was talking about up to the Appalachian Trail, and then go northbound, or Nobo as they say, northbound to to Damascus, and then get picked up from there. I think that would make a nice little trip video, and I know where I'm going. I need to get that spot device. I can read a map. It's been a while since I've actually had to do that myself, but I can still read a map. I need to get a compass, so I know how. So I need to refresh myself on shooting an azimuth. Things like that. So, land navigation is a skill that I used to be I was decent at, not great. I'm not going to sit there and go, always the best. but I was that bad. I could get from place to place. If I had a coordinate, I could get there. So, but that's been a long time ago. 1989 or 90 was the last time I actually had to do that, and the last time I went through one of those courses offered by David Collins there in Bluebell, Tennessee. So, that is still super hot. You know, I noticed that this morning, and Luke, on the Outdoor Gear Review, his wife Susie was talking about this, and it happens to, I'm sure everybody, maybe not everybody, but it happens to me even before the tumor. You know, you get ready for a trip, and everything's great, and you're just like, yes. And then the morning of, you know, of the trip, you get up and your mind starts playing tricks on you. Self-doubt is a terrible thing. And then you start thinking, well, no, gosh, it's so far. It may be further than like today. Oh, it's going to be hot, humid, blah, blah. Finally, I told myself, hey, whiner, stop, grow a pair, and let's go. And here I am filming a video. You know, I can't be talking to people. That's how hot it still is. It's still steaming. And here I am trying to talk to other brain tumor survivors. And I don't want to say, I say brain tumor survivor, we are survivors. But at the same time, we're fighting. We're fighting for our lives sometimes. So, you know, when you're fighting like that, you're a warrior. A warrior is not just someone that, you know, fights the enemy. Sometimes the enemy is within, and sometimes it might take a lifetime. You know, if you live 100 years and you are consumed by anger and guilt, sloth, whatever, you know, that's terrible. It's a waste. If you live a life of a few years, or let's say 20, 30 years, but you overcome those things, and that's you on that pursuit to enlightenment. That's the most important thing. I have always, well, not always, but since I was in my 20s and especially in my 30s, when I really started bearing down on the philosophy, Asian philosophy in particular, quality over quantity. I read somewhere that when you pass away, your things are divided up. If people take your things and just throw them to a knick-knack store or throw them in the trash, why did you have them? So I try to remember that, keep that in mind, and only have things that of quality, so that when I pass away, when this brain tumor finally gets me, when that may be, 10 years, 20 years, I was not supposed to be here today. The actuarial tables and the doctor said, no, I would not be here. So, but I'm still here, still fighting every day. So that's why I think I'll call this video hiking a forest road with the brain tumor warrior, or something like that. Heck, I should have even, instead of calling my channel Reason to Live Adventures, maybe it should have just been Brain Tumor Warrior Adventures. Outdoors with the Brain Tumor Warrior, whatever, something. And I was going to say bushcraft with the Brain Tumor Warrior, but I don't do a lot. I haven't done any of those bushcraft videos yet, or went out and actually practiced building shelters, true bushcraft kinds of things. You know, the closest thing I did was the video for the Brain Tumor Awareness Month, where I was out there trying to light a fire with a ferro rod with this knife, as a matter of fact, and my hand kept moving. I should have taken my time and made proper feather sticks, made a bird's nest, as they call it, etc. But yeah, it's a live and learn. But for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and eat that protein bar, drink this coffee, debate on making the rice. If I do, I've got to run back down and get a little bit more water because I've made a monster cup of coffee here. And so, yeah. So I'm going to put this down for a second, and I will come back on here in a little while. And as you can, over there, that lit is the lit mobile. There's our little beer bomb. Yeah, and I came up here to film and eat rather than being down there because it's just too noisy. Oop. And yeah, so let me turn this off. Focus on my coffee because I just hit it with my toe and knocked a little bit out. So. This truly is a beautiful place. Yeah, I'll be back here doing an overnight trip, maybe even 2 nights. Okay. And if you ever see this video, which I hope you do, look at all that. It's all grown up. It's all grown up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, you know, things happen. So you can see right through here when they did maintain it. This was all gravel and gravel all the way down to that little Zen type garden. So crazy. Fun fact, there are 4 different types of ways to meditate. There's walking, what we're doing right now, standing, sitting, which a lot of times people think of when you're thinking of Eastern meditation techniques. You see people sitting in Seiza or cross-legged, Buddha style, lotus style, or half lotus sometimes. And then there is lying down meditation. Each of these you should practice. You should be mindful of your breath. Like right now, the reason I'm popped on is that I was doing it. I was 6 seconds in, all the way into the belly, feeling the belly rise, doing what they call prenatal breathing, baby breathing. You're breathing deeply into your abdomen, I can't even speak, your stomach expands, your abdominal cavity expands, do it. And right now it's a beautiful day. It's not cold, it's not hot right now, it's comfortable. The humidity is abated, and I'm just meditating calmly, focusing on the trail, of course, but being mindful of my breathing. Yep. Like just another tip from your Uncle Ken. All right. The little Zen-like garden waterfall. When I see this, it reminds me of the stanza in the Tao Te Ching. Be like the nature of water. Water is yielding, yet firm. Water flows to the lowest places. Be like the nature of water. There's that view again. Pretty sweet. You'll be able to see more of it, of course, in winter time. All right. Well,
We're almost back to the pickup point, a trailhead, starting point, stopping point, etc., etc., etc. I can hear a lawnmower off in the distance. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll get this uploaded in just a couple of days. And yeah, this is, like I said, this is going to be a place where I had my little coffee and protein bar. That leg will be leg one of a 3-day trip. Hopefully here, when it gets a little bit cooler weather, but then again, it may be delayed because I'm going to have to go back on chemotherapy soon. Like in that last little video I had a little bit of a reprieve because of the pandemic. Well, I had longer than a little reprieve, but I'm also going to be going to Duke just as a new patient appointment, just to maybe get a second opinion, because I've been battling this for 10 years, and you know, it doesn't go away for very long. It might be gone, or it might be in remission for a year. This time it's only been in remission for a little over a year, and I went through the Gamma knife. So each time it comes, it goes active. You know, the time frame is smaller and smaller. So we'll see. Last time I was on chemo, I was still, despite doctor's orders, I was exercising and going out and working around the farm, blah blah blah, etc. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Matane. Well, that's all that's left of Forest Road 47 marker. This is gone.